Let's see. Voice 1, 2, 3. I don't hear anything. Ah, everything's on. Alrighty then I have to close a couple of things down because I have a lot of things opened up. Was messing a bit with the Steam API and so on. And yeah, as you see from the title, only 5 days left. That kind of sucks, if you ask me. I'm excited at the same time, but a bit overwhelmed how many things I still have to work on. Well, that's okay. If I go here, I'm just gonna open the stream summary. So I have the easier time than managing the whole stream and everything. So, yeah. That's about it. If we go here now, what I'm implementing currently are the leaderboards. Yeah, working on the leaderboards. This surely helps a lot to replayability, and it adds a lot to replayability to the game itself. So, you know what, I have too many tabs open, I just have to close them off. One second. Hard time navigating around, you know. So far so good. Closing, leaving site. Actually no, this one is still needed. I have some docs opened. Some other Steam sites and so on. Alrighty, I think that finally, maybe, just maybe, I can open everything like this. And back on this one. Channel, check it out. Ooh, double hearing myself. How cool is that? And here we go. So, what we have to add is scoring. We have to score the actions in a certain way. And what I have is meta progression resource, from where I also give out the experience to player for certain actions, depending on how many enemies he killed and so on. Something similar is going to be implemented for the scoring. And we're going to say, for example, if you collect gold, we're going to score it by 0.1 point. Make sense? It kind of should. So if you have like 1,000 or 10,000 gold collected, that's going to give you like only 1,000 score, additional score. And gold remaining factor, this means that if you didn't spend a lot of gold, this is gonna be added on top of that even more. It means that you had a harder run, I'd say. Chest opened. I think we could go a bit higher with this one as well. But maybe 50 is enough for now. Then XP giving enemies killed score factor. So I have like different enemies. Some of them give you XP and others actually don't. So yeah. The non-XP giving enemies killed score factor. This one is -5 as well. If you check it out, boss killed XP factor, this one gives pretty much a lot, and levels visited, how far you get in the levels themselves. I think maybe this one could be lifted on 100. And that's kind of it. Finish the game score factor 5000. Also good. Okay, I'm gonna save it now. And if we go now and take a look at the meta progression, it's here, and I'm doing the ending calculations around here. Like that. And the thing that I want to get out is like the meta progression itself. So I can easily calculate it. Meta. 1 second. Meta. Progression resource. Like this. I just have to check it out. Where do I store it? I think I store it in the config somewhere. Exactly. So if I'm taking it out, one of the bad things is, I mean, better things would be that we kind of have the ability to show at the go what action gives you what kind of score. So I think we're gonna need these things in a different place. And by a different place, it's gonna be given here. Like that. Wanna see only one thing, and that's player HUD. If I'm not mistaken, somewhere here we have like gold. All units gold changed. And on player meta changed, on units spawned. Okay, this is being emitted in the inventory system itself, which is kind of okay. And I'm leaning towards keeping it a bit simpler now. Alrighty, let's go through the game over path first. Hello, Solocorium, how's it going, buddy? The last dude that I spoke to yesterday. Adding the leaderboards, dude. Currently. I'm just thinking about the score itself. Score. Any special plans for the weekend? Since it's Saturday. Yeah, I think we're gonna keep it simple and maybe even dependent on the UI. At the end, we're gonna parse the number that's displayed here. And the easiest way to implement this is gonna be probably that I'm gonna have meta resource. You had work for the weekend. My golly. Dude. Tell them a bit more respect, please. Right? Okay, on this one, as we do this on units gold changed. Let's see if I have it here. Huh. Aha, gold collected at the end. I want to exercise till I have some rings at home. That's cool, dude. I took a look at myself when I was walking outside and I'm dissatisfied as hell. Crunching has been eating me alive, I'd say. So after the stress, I'm gonna hit back the gym. Don't like being a blob. Run resource game, resource inventory system, this one. Okay. So if we're increasing the old value, okay, if we're increasing the old value, gold collected here, I can't really reactively add it to that. The score has to be for gold calculated at the end. But this one... Huh. Chest opened. Ah, to hell with it. Adding additional complexity to it, not my cup of tea, especially not 5 days before the release. The scoring will happen at the end, based on the config that we have here. Game over. Here, exactly like I first intended. So you're not gonna know how much score do you have until you finish the game or end the run. And first thing first, we're gonna start from top and go to the bottom. We start score at 0 and then we're gonna increase it with a meta progression resource. This one. I'm gonna make it shorter. Let's call it NPR. Otherwise I won't see anything. NPR gold collected. Come on. Meta progression resource, why you know it? Wait a minute. NPR dot gold collected score factor. This one. So Lacorium says I like having all equipment at home, means I can do it whenever I want to. Tell me about it, dude. You know, I trained like wrestling for 10 years, then I played some American football, worked out constantly during my high school years as well and the college. Trained jiu-jitsu at the end, had an injury, bad biceps injury I'd say. It wasn't torn, but it had to be, how should I say, damaged a bit, because I couldn't fully extend it for like 4 or 5 months. And I also feel like crap now. Hopefully this will change. Do you? Do you train also some other sports as well? NPR gold collected score factor, that's good. Now around the resource. Easier for multiplications, RR gold collected. And this one like that. Now why you no work? Float to int, of course. Score factor. Casting it to int. Is casting it to int, it's like rounding it, right? I believe. Down. Or flooring it. I'm not sure. So Solocorium says, I played rugby and cricket when I was at school. That's such an African thing, huh? Rugby. Rugby and cricket, no, Australia I believe, right? Cricket and rugby. So Solocorium says, I was kind of the GOAT, humbly speaking, and with rugby I was like top 20%, first team or substitute for first team. So I had to backpedal on that. That's cool, dude. That's very cool. Then the next one is gold remaining. For the simplicity reason, the error is gonna be at the end. Aha. Why is that? Because of the geography, do you think, or why? Gold remaining. Not gold collected. Okay. Rugby is the biggest sport we have, though. Uh-huh. Tell me about the football. You know, talking with stream, but I didn't really ever see it like a big manly sport. I don't know why. But here in Europe it's very, very popular. I mean, it's the most popular ever. I mean, the most popular sport probably in the world, right? We can be sure of that. I'm gonna ignore that one. NPR. Boss is killed. Like this. Ah. Chests opened. Definitely, but I have maybe watched 10 football games across my entire life. The same, dude. The same. Completely the same. My father is surprised about it. He loves watching the football matches. Like this. Yeah, Greco-Roman. This style, you know, no leg grabbing. So that was my thing. Oh, a second phone. I'm back. So, Slokorium says I wanted to do jiu-jitsu, but I got put up at some Krav Maga bullshit and I just quit after one lesson. First lesson, how to steal a live weapon from an assailant and use their body as a shield for disengaging. Ah, no. Get you, dude. You know, there was like a meme. What to do when somebody has a weapon? Run. And I think if he's not putting anybody else in danger and you're the sole person in danger, I mean, you'd be crazy to engage, right? Level visited. This one. Then we have craft item. Items crafted or something like that. Okay. What else? Finish the game score factor. Finish the game. Oh, this is a bully in just a second. When... okay. If we go to game over, we're just gonna say this. If finish the game, we add score factor, cast it to integer, and that's it. Something else is missing. I want to add like arenas battled or something like that. Arenas completed. Or do I have this somewhere? Score factor. Another 100. And if we take a look at the run resource, arenas completed, total arenas completed. Here we go. Here we can say score plus equals and arena. Come on. Didn't I save it? I did. Arenas completed score factor times RR. Boom, boom. I think this is good. Let me check out the chat. I got on the podium at a school-hosted athletics event in my school shoes, so I think I have the running part down. See? Especially Africa, right? Can't argue with it. And can't argue with the climate as well. You guys good at running. That's just how it is. Really, I was always like, okay, it's good to be, how should I say, good with words, talking your way out and so on, but in the end, the primitive language, in the quotation marks, I'd say, it's not a bad thing to speak it fluently. Sometimes, you know, if you have to defend somebody or something like that, you know. I call it the universal language of humankind. So yeah. I remember the quote from the Dungeon Keeper. What was it called? Dungeon Keeper. It was like, yo, I think it was like strangle him. It's the only language he understands regarding the dungeon. Yeah, exactly. I mean, so many times in the past I got jumped by a poor soul, I'd say. You know, like, we had some minority problems here back in the day, and they were just violent. And a lot of people didn't want to stand up against them, especially in the elementary school where you're just a kid, you know, and they keep bullying everybody. But it was interesting to see once they landed on a mine, you know. Yeah. I can't allow it, I see it, what you said, but yeah. It was like that here. And I got attacked a lot of times, I have to say. A lot of times. As a child, as a teenager, as an adult, I can't really say. No. But back in the days. So yeah. Okay, we have calculate score here. In the end, we do this. I think that Logan suggested that we should also take in account the fury. How many fury you've spent. This should be added to meta progression, like export, public, float, fury spent. Makes sense. The more you're executing the fury combos and so on, the more the game is pleased with you. Fury spent, the factor of it is gonna be, I don't know, 2. Kinda wanna get a feeling how far we're gonna get with the numbers. What's gonna look like a normal run and easy run and so on. But, Fury spent score factor. We go here, and then in the Fury system, we have a thing called Unleash the Fury. That's good. You know, maybe sometimes I got a feeling that sometimes physique matters. No, I wasn't a small child, I would say. When I was wrestling in the high school, I had like 118 kilos. You know, that's a big guy. But that's... after I was wrestling for so long, they didn't do anything anymore, you know. But before that, I was, I would say, 90 kilos, something like that. Elementary school, something less. 80 something, you know. But in the high school, I think it made my heart sink when somebody was looking for trouble. Never had a problem. Yeah. I mean, speaking to them on their level. Especially the not companions, how do you call friends? If you have friends that are like metalheads, a lot of times they're like, I don't know, they never were very conflict oriented, I'd say. But if there was a conflict, I was the resolver. I can't forget how I was negotiating with other party of people on the sun in this summer, hot summer day on metal camp. Shirtless on the parking spot for 3 hours, that the skin started to peel off me in the evening. Oh my god, those were the days. Crazy stories, but yeah. Yeah, Yeah, you know, it's also very dependent on what kind of group you're hanging out with. I've experienced this a couple of times in my life. There are people that can bring good out of you, and then there are people that bring the worst. And that's really important with who you actually are, I'd say. Very, very important. Okay, here we have Unleash the Fury. I want to see, do I... Sorry for that. Calculate something? No, this is just for using, unleashing that. That's all good. If we go to the current Fury, I want to see where we decrease the thing. I think it's here. So probably I have like a function that's increasing this. Change Fury. Okay. Actual command not found. What are you saying? Anyway, I'm gonna keep it simple. And here in current Fury. Somewhere around here. So if current value is less than old value, that means that Fury decreased. What about this one? Ah, this is for status change, but here I could do something. Huh. Should I emit this for every single Fury change? Huh. Yeah. Keep it simple, silly. First one. If unit AI false, simply adding it like unit global player profile controller, current profile, current run, Fury spent, Fury something. Come on, I don't have it. Run resource, Fury. Somewhere around. Yeah, let's slap it in here. Ah, this is float. I'm gonna save it as float. Ah, the music sound stopped. Okay, so Lacorium's saying something. I had a similar experiences, but only interfacing on like a more intellectual basis. I have had many friends that I have had to leave behind because they would poison how I engage with ideas as well. Exactly. Exactly. And it's good to know about this as soon as possible. Okay, I think that My fan went, so I can open the doors before I cook myself here in the room. Just a second. Here we go, back. So, we're gonna be changing the fury if this is only a player. And amount is negative. Amount less. So, no, first boolean check and then amount less than 0f. And then here we say fury spent. This is gonna be negative. But I think there's a function at absolute amount. That's where we're going currently with this. Like that. And now at the end game over. Here we're gonna have like fury check. Fury spent score factor times fury spent. Okay. What did I set the default value of this? Fury spent factor 2. Okay. That's kind of a lot. Because if we're unleashing the fury, that's like super a lot. Maybe we're gonna decrease this one on 0.2, something like that. Don't want to go this into the sky. Anyway, now that we have this, I think that we can kind of go and check out the visuals. This is gonna happen in the game over, so I believe this is in the game over. No, we have HUD controller. And here's the game over menu. Hello. Where are you at? Here you are. So this. Instead of all of the discoveries and so on that you have here, we're gonna get as the first entry also like your current position on the leaderboard. Something like that. I just gotta see the structure of this thing. This is like discover inner VBox container. Yeah, Железный match. This is actually Iron Sword. I wanted to see if we call it Shumniki, if these special letters work with the font and so on. Because I want to have a support for as many languages as possible. That's why I picked Noto Sans font. I think it's good also with Japanese, simplified Chinese and so on, you know, and Korean. So that I won't have any headaches with the translation then. regarding the font, because if you go with the pixel art, you're pretty much screwed. That's why I'm combining kind of these things. You know, pixel fonts are the issue usually. Okay, now this thing has a couple of things added. Clean discoveries, and what do I do then? Discovery UI, sorted activities. I have a snapshot, and snapshot gets created here. Okay, sorted activities then get added. But as the first thing, if this is a daily run, me neither, dude, me neither. And especially if you want to take a look at their characters, it's advised that there has to be a certain size. You know, I think there's a lot of space. And I still don't get the concept how they can have so many letters, then they have simplified Chinese. I'd have to read about it. It's interesting. Okay. Populate discovery. That's kind of okay. But I'm gonna have like as the first entry on the top, like pull the first. Pull if run resource something. Where do I do this? Apply and save rewards, not this one. Because up here I have somewhere that I animate stuff. Animate rewards. This one, run resource. I'm gonna make it like accessible, so I don't have to write out the big sauce. And this is gonna happen here. Save command positions, process stats, and so on. Okay. What's with this? Okay. This is where I want to inject the score itself. Where do I have process score? Score something. Calculate score. I don't use it yet. P run resource. Score equals to calculate score. I can simply say Okay. Not the big problem yet. Having it here, then we call process stat before that. We process it and then we apply and save rewards. That's okay. Then based on if it's daily run, we submit the score to the leaderboards. That's another thing. But here, if we go a bit lower, check unlockables, no. What do I do here? That's a reward snapshot. Do I have score? I added score. P run resource. P current run. Uh-huh. So the Corium says, my favorite language that is also adjacent to my main interest is to study Tibetan. It's such a cool lettering system to me, like vowels that follow consonants. Sorry about butchering the words. The other amazing feature to me is that in any sentence making a claim, you also encode the source of the claim. Was it sensory, inferential, or hearsay? The source of info is always clear. That's cool. That's really, really cool. Where did you learn about it? About the Tibetan language. Did you read any books? Or any movies? So this is for applying and saving rewards. Yeah, the score has to be here. P current run score. And it's calculated here. Huh. But the process stat is being called when? After everything. I don't like that. Apply and save rewards is being handle build, no. Clean, save command positions, process stats. Uh-huh. This is only displaying like the score, last score, and kills and so on. So this is kind of, yeah, okay. And then apply, has to be added through here. That's okay. And then we have the animation things that display all the unlockables that are unlocked and so on. But before that, we're gonna submit score to leaderboard, fetch leaderboards and so on. Maybe we're gonna store this somewhere as well. Run resources, daily run. Meta progression. We have to find icons resource and the meta progression for this. Where do I have it? Finish the game. I would like to go with the trophy. Again, but a different one. Wait a minute. Daily run is 180. That's good. 68 references. Huh. For Clover. Trophy. So Solocorium says, I have an interest in Tibetan Buddhism, though I would say it is mostly scholarly. I do have affection for it, but there are still points where I'm not as certain, and with time and implication I will probably come to some conclusion. That's cool. That's really cool. Descriptions by type. I guess I have here stuff that I want to display, translate it. Daily run rank. Yeah, let's rename it daily run rank. Here, meta progression. Ah, that's a reward. I need the other one. But that's okay. Yeah. Not rank. Daily run position. Position. Or daily run rank. Huh. What is it better? Huh. Is it better to say that this is your position on the leaderboard or daily run rank? Rank 1. You know, it's like a position. If we have like, I don't know, let's say 20 players playing and you're 15th, do we call this a rank or a position? Probably position, right? But that's too long. Position. Let's say at leaderboard position. Daily run. Okay. Daily run rank. I think we've copied the correct one. So far so good. But we want to add it like to this thing here as well. I just have to get rid of all the errors before I click build. So texture is coming from daily run rank, that's okay. Same thing's gonna go here. Meta progression activity type daily run rank. Like that. And here we're gonna say something. Huh. Okay. Then we do the ranks. Thanks for checking it out, dude. Game over menu, that's okay. Steam. Controller. Get leaderboard or score. Fetch something, right? Fetch daily scores. Exactly. Steam works. I didn't get the avatars in correctly. We'll see if we're gonna have avatars or no. There's a bit of a mumbo jumbo with it, but that's okay. Fetch scores. Is there a fetch rank? Or fetch position on leaderboard? Or there was like a Godot Steam leaderboards. Let's see what does it do. Signals, downloading scores, okay. Aha. Leaderboard data request global around user. Used to get entries relative to the user's entry. You may want to use negatives for the start to get entries before the users. What? Used to get all entries for friends for the current users. This is what we're gonna need as well. Because in the game we currently have like a filter. Let me comment this one out. I think we have it set up like so it's gonna appear anyway. Ah, itchy beard. Have to shave it off. Okay. Starting the game. If I'm not mistaken, I still have the test script up, so it's going to pop out the leaderboard thingy. I think it does. Yup. So, you can filter it by all time, weekly, daily, difficulty, and global. I get you. Now we want to implement this one. Daily, normal, global, and we say friends. And then it should pull only the friends and get kind of their ranks. And then we have to wire these things as well. Start the daily run, look at leaderboards, look at achievements, look at the stats. So that's one thing. And instead of activity value, we say well, if we're submitting the score, I don't have to do anything here. I just have to say the current score. Right, because animate rewards. And have to do the fetch here. But I need a rank. Of course, I need a freaking rank. Okay. Vibe coding it is for this one. Go to Steam C#, etc, etc. Just want to see where it was implemented. Steam controller. No, the wrong one. I think I found the right chat. Okay. I need to... I'm gonna give it a link so it's gonna know exactly what context I'm talking with it. Need to add the ability to get back the current rank. Current rank of the user in the leaderboard. And friends request. Vibing it. Okay. First time chatter. Minister of Defense 79. What's Saturn, Captain? What's good in the hood? Homie. Well, currently I'm messing a bit with integrating the leaderboards and it's going well, okay. Probably I'd be messing with this a bit longer if I didn't have the wrapper made by the LLM for the communicating between the C# and the GD script here. So yeah, I was instructing it a bit, but what's going on is actually that we want to have daily runs, and they're currently being implemented in a way that you're gonna have like a leaderboard, and then you will be able to filter it by weekly, daily, by difficulty, and by scope, if it's global or friends only. And this is where you're gonna trigger it. Otherwise, you're gonna go in the game here. Just a second. Okay. And you? Minister of Defense 79, how's it going? All good on your side? Let's see. Okay. Fetch user score. Fetch friend score. And fetch scores around user. Alright, we got some changes in here. Let's commit before going further, because this is a good, nice base setup for everything else. The Steam controller and everything has been added. So far, so good. Public download API editions. I don't have this one yet. Fetch user score. Pending request, type to your var block and update on leaderboard. Find result to use it when dispatching the download. Okay. This thing here has to now be modified. Handle int found boolean. Pending request type. Global and around user. Okay, this one's gonna be interesting. Pending request type, where do I set this one? Here. Okay, so this has to be changing as well. And then in the Steam controller itself. We add this one. Okay. Fetch user score range around. How many? That's good. But I don't get the range. What if it's if he's like 5th and we have the range of 3? Does this mean that we're gonna get like 2, 3, 4 and 6, 7, 8? Okay. What about fetch user score async? Okay, this is just the asynchronous function. Then we have fetch friend scores. Get all-time leaderboard. Fetch friend scores async. Then I have fetch daily and fetch weekly. Okay, this is implemented here. Later I see convenience for period variants if you want daily, weekly friends for boards too. Of course it makes sense. This is only friend based. So what we then have to do is we have to take a look at the leaderboard modal. And when we do the fetching stuff, what is that? Get friend persona name, no. That's the first one. this comes from local Steam ID. Not needed yet. So if Steam ID equals to local one, we don't do the fact check, we look at the local one, okay. And then we have a player override, which is true. Now we're gonna say wire this one correctly. Okay. Fetch score for the current filters gets replaced with this one. Basically, we add different calls based on the enum that we have here, if it's by friends or not. But one thing is kind of bothering me, was the default length. What's the daily freaking... Okay, no, that's the name of it. Good. I get this one. Fetch score for friends. Okay. 100 scores. I need only 7. One minute. Then in the fetch and display scores. Here. $259. Okay, based on this one. Refresh friend list is no longer needed. Remove it. Okay, and then the show model is basically now modified. We remove that, that's okay. Remove the now that code. Friend, Steam IDs, refresh friend list and so on. Okay, that was really like bad. Second, this is good, this is good. Last row entries is also good, and then Steam ID to slot is also good. That's basically it. What did I remove? I removed only the friend list here. Okay. Aha, so the friend leaderboard from Steam already includes the local player automatically, so existing display entries logic that pins the local player to the last slot if they're outside of top 7 still works correctly without any change. Okay. Okay. Now I get it. Then we don't have to have like top 7. We can leave it on 8. And let's see how many things broke. There we go. Oh, come on. Okay, the score is still here. All time, weekly, daily. Daily is a bit lower, and that's okay. Let's see how many errors we get. Of course, good or crashed. Normal, easy. So, and hard should also be empty. Normal is okay. Friends, only myself, because I have no friends. Okay. So far, so good. I think that here in close modal, the wrappers have been added correctly, and this kinda should be working. Now the game over. This one, when I'm animating, this is basically the score that I'm gonna be like displaying at the end. I don't want to tap all the friends and the biggest thing in here. I just want to later on get the rank. Okay. So far, so good. Alright, the fetch scores for current filters. Ah, that's an old one. What did I do? Uh-huh. And we're gonna have like daily rank as well here. Submit score to leaderboard. Implementation comes in here. Makes sense, it's taking the options resource game difficulty. Yep, this one's gonna be locked when you go on the run, so No changing of that. Around resource score. That's good. Submit all scores. Async, also good. And then we have fetch leaderboards as well. What do we do here? Game difficulty gets taken out, that's okay. And then we get the fetch user score async. Range around 0, so that's only the user score. And the entries inside here, Steam ID as int64, local ID. Okay. Fetch daily rank equals to this, global rank. Good. So we get it. And it's stored in this thingy here. Then we have to apply and save rewards. Animate rewards is broken now. Here we do this. So what we do is we instantiate this as the first thing in that list on the top. We're adding basically a pair with an icon and a rank and position, and that's it. Okay, call order, sanity check. Okay, since the reward snapshot is a struct, okay, one thing. Baking the daily rank has to happen in about here before they animate. Okay. So far so good. Now we have to kind of trigger the daily run that's gonna start. And I have this in level changer. Trigger run start. And then I do this. Is daily run to true. And I set the correct map and everything. I just want to see how the code's gonna run a bit. 1 second. If I take a look. What is it called? Game over. Here, when the submissions and so on will happen. Let's see how it looks. LJ for real, what's up? Nothing, sweating a bit. Trying to crunch in the leaderboards. And I think they're gonna work. I have the submissions and so on. Yeah, Steam. Steam. It's been a long project, dude. Oh, and I hit play before I wanted to set the difficulty. I don't want to start in the cavernous depths. That thing's gonna be hard. And you, otherwise, fellow game dev yourself, or how's it going? Did it crash again? Okay, this is going now well. So far, so good. 11.99 and some discount. I'm not sure about the discount yet, how much, but yeah, not going below that. And it's going to be an early access. with this one. Roguelite. I just want to swap this one out. Save it. And let's do the F5. That's cool, dude. So, you're a game dev that doesn't make any games. I just do coding. That's cool. I mean, the hardest part is definitely releasing stuff. That's always how it is. Yeah, I didn't wire the daily run. But otherwise, if you're like games where you have a companion, when you can create like your custom skill tree, give a companion command to go here and attack anybody he meets. This is gonna be a game for you. And it's heavily based on combat. Let me destroy this poor soul. I think we're gonna go craft something. Thanks, dude. Thank you very much. Always happy to hear that if somebody is positively surprised. I think we can get the bandit as well. You see, I don't have energy. Now, I should like if I was pissing, you know. Some honey. Yo, piggy, 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 piggy. Why you charge? The thing is that the dude stole almost my steak. Let's get a couple of burning sticks. And let's go take the treasure. I didn't look what kind of type of stuff I put in. Yo, maybe let's trigger the trap. So everything comes running here. Okay, that's Tasp. Bandits. Let's get him. Oh. We're very poor on gold yet. Metal plate would be nice. And I get... Oh, here they come. Actually, no, that's just a pig. Aren't we all a bit lazy, you know? That's just how it is. Okay, bandits finally here. Mr. Gotor, go in. I'm gonna level up. Let's take the electric dash so I can zap them a little bit. Oh, yeah, that's a sucky item. Maybe we're gonna get a bit luckier. Oh, we can assign some levels to him. Shield Blast is gonna be okay. No, actually, let's make him... Well, that's a sucky upgrade. Blunt damage from 1 to 6. Kind of sucks. We have to buff this one up before the release. And support is okay. Let's make him regenerate health. And... Did we press all the plates? We didn't, but we can craft. I'm gonna make some popcorn. Actually, no. I want to make a honey glazed steak. That's gonna be even better. Raw steak, burning stick, and honey. Boom, first one. Boom, second one. This gives you like a nice bonus. For 30 seconds, it increases... Where is it? It's here. Melee power for 2 and range power 2 for 30 seconds. It even heals you, so that's okay. I just... Sinister entities incoming? Oh no! Oh no! Those bastards. Nothing to worry about. I'm gonna destroy this trap. It's kind of baiting everybody. And before that, I think we're gonna buy this little thing here called metal plate. Put it on our chest. And we're gonna go in. Try to find that hole with the challenge room. I think this is the one that appeared. Nope. That's arena. That's the one. Ah, so we have a lawnmower challenge. I think I'd like to get the bladed boomerang. Let's get it. Did I do it? Did I? Yes. Now the difficulty. Let's go try to get one as soon as possible. Did I get it? 2. Okay, we're gonna manage to do that. And the penalty is not gonna be executed anyway. Because we're too awesome for this. Oh my god, something's broken. It doesn't count towards the progression. Something's wrong. I think I messed up something in the update. I think I did. I'm gonna get hurt. Anyway. Why didn't it count? Challenge grass. Grass something. Challenge. Health component. Emit global destroy event. Will I do it? I emit it. Now I wonder if this was only the one-time occurrence? Or something else was in play here. Or did I mess up the ID? Yo, 1 second. Challenge. ID. Oh. No, the owner instance is here. Challenge entity SN, that's good. Yes, we have a problem. I think I broke this. Void on health component destroyed. This gets emitted. Like somewhere here. No, health component destroyed. I'm looking for this event. Here. Level. No. Here. So, emit global destroy event. I do it. If emit global destroy event is true, I do that. So this should be emitted. And I'm emitting this component itself. Huh. This could be worth of investigating a bit further. It is set on true. And this one is also true. Also true. And these are false. Huh. Son of a... Why you do this to me now? Or something else broke somewhere down the line. Anyway, I have to write it down. Grass challenge bug. There we go. By the way, I have to change the music. Gotta get high on DNB or something like that. A bit more. Can we get it? Peace Wizard, low poly, ethereal, intelligent, drum and bass, liquid, chill out, zen mix. I gotta give credit to the user. I'm looking forward to making a game in JS Lazy. Yeah. Which Linux are you using? Is that Hyperland? Arch Linux. Hey yo, Mystic Serpents. No, LJ, for real. The thing is I'm using is Fedora and just simple GNOME desktop. I don't want to F around on my working machine with anything. You know, keep it updated consistently and that's it. No mumbo jumbo, no customization, no anything. Just work and be Linux. You working on something else also? Do you use Linux? That's GNOME, exactly, yeah. Fedora, GNOME, vanilla. Vanilla as it gets. Otherwise, how you been, Mystic Serpents? How's it going? Okay, so LJ for real says I do use Arch Linux Hyperland. That's cool. That's cool. How's the Hyperland? Is that stable? Can you use all the applications and everything normally, or how does it go? Meanwhile, I'm gonna try to wire the start daily run. Test level. It's very sunny day indeed. It's pretty hot, dude. Like 30 degrees almost here. And here I had some level changer. Why the hell did this get renamed? Always. Exactly. I'm happy I'm running Linux like two and something years now. Before that I was running occasionally Ubuntu. Nope. But Fedora seems good now. Daily run level changer, this is the one that we're looking for. Come on. Okay, so far so good. Where is it? I have to keep it off screen. And here we have like... No, level changer to recording, that's the wrong one. This one. It's like really buggy in this scene. And I'm not sure from when this appeared. Like changing the scene that's highlighted is weird. Anyway, trigger daily run. That's true. Use custom seed. No, it's gonna get from the daily run itself. Interactable is enabled and so on. I just have to call the function on this thing. And I want to do it through the dialogue from... Where is it? Ship, Pandora, go to the Fox Camp statue. Leaderboard. So I have the access to the global. But... I know that back in the day I played with events also. This one. I'm gonna emit it, and then from the emitter I'm gonna look for this signal. When it gets triggered up, I'm gonna start it. And that's gonna be it. Thank goodness I wrote this down. How to emit the signal here. Did I use it somewhere else? Yeah, it's commented out. Basically, you pass in a couple of parameters and that's it. So, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to here and when start a daily run is chosen, I think we can do emit signal, not dialog. Yeah, dialog POI. That's good. I just want to see how do I handle this. Hello. Talk objective, dialog POI expected. Okay. What's going on here? So these are like the reactors and so on. I'm gonna subscribe to same event here and the Fox Camp statue. We're gonna say private void subscribe to events. Okay. And I want to see if in dialog interactables. Okay, LJ for real is asking if I use Vim or Nano. Nano. Big noob here. Big noob. I wouldn't know how to exit Vim. That's just how it is. Okay, here we say subscribe to events. Just dumping this one here. Let's override the exit tree. Exit tree. And then we're calling unsubscribe from events. And on POI dialog triggered, I have to take a look. Which parameters do I get for these things? I think it's like two strings. 1 second. POI. No, that's events controller. POI element, event handler. Yeah, string, name and value. Good. And we're gonna listen to it. If name equals to start daily run equals false. Idiot. Return. Otherwise we are gonna have the reference to the level changer. Export it, level changer. Changer and level changer interact. Hello. And we have to interact with the unit. And we're gonna get the unit, true, you guessed it. Global game no level controller, player units, unit. No player unit 0. That's okay. Boom. Whew. Now, in the level changer itself, I want to see if this is gonna trigger the daily run as we expected. If the flag is gonna get marked correctly. It kinda should. We'll see. And then we're gonna try to die and see how it goes from there. But anyway, we have to take this start daily run. I don't care about the value currently. I just slap this one out. Blah, blah. Good. Oh! LJ also says, I use nano as well. That's cool. That's cool, that's cool. I mean, I get anxious if I have to go on a server that doesn't have nano installed. It's like, why you do this? Saving scene. Something fishy is going on. It's saving scene for too long. And I think it started to mess with this is when I wanted to make the child like editable. Wait, what is this shader material BS here? Okay. It was just moved up. What about this? Yo! Ah! You're still running in the background, aren't you? Come on, Mr. Godot, don't do this to me before the release date. We had an awesome run, upgrading the game since the version 3, and now we're at 4.6.2. Hello, come on. But I have a feeling that I'm gonna have to reboot and install the updates and so on. $33 out of 125 gigabytes used. Plenty storage of left. And RAM. Okay, that was saved. Now, if I compile it, build it. Now this started behaving like very weirdly. From day earlier, and I don't know why. What the hell is messing with the editor? It's like having issues responding to the selections I have. Okay, not anymore, but now, daily run. This daily run is kind of messing it up, look at that. And it's going to change only now. What is the matter? What's with this thing? What? Okay, it's a level changer, I get it. 1 second. You know what, mister? It's not that you would have like resource problems anywhere, but still I'm gonna close some things down. Jesus, when did I open all of these things? Hello. It became a chore. Can I do close? Ah, I can. Close all tabs. Jesus Christ. Alrighty now, let's go to test level, see if something's gonna change. Unresponsive as F. I'm definitely deleting this one, daily run level changer, what the hell. We'll have this one created here. Okay. Now I'm just duplicating the level changer itself. Adding it here. Good, it has to be off screen, so I don't care about that one. I'm just gonna rename it daily run level changer. Okay, responsiveness is back, and I don't know why the hell that one wasn't working earlier. Okay, now instead of level resource I'm gonna add like the Elder Glide. No, Elder Glide. That's the level, dummy. I need a map. I guess this is kind of killing it. If I have a map resource referenced in here, that's killing it. Okay, okay. Kinda get it. Bad custom writing on the plugin, I believe, and all. So I have to have like trigger run completed. But no, trigger daily run, this one. And I'm gonna save it now. And it takes a long time to save it now because there are so many sub-scenes, sub-resources in here. That's interesting. And then on, what is it called, on the Fox. Come on, fella. Yo, 23, how's it going, my man? Did you wake up? Or still didn't go to sleep? Missed you on Friday. Kinda noticed that you weren't there, so I was like, no. How are you feeling? Sinuses are a bit better or still problems? If I'm gonna reference the ID, I think that's gonna be much easier. Ah, I get you. I get you. No worries, still have a lot of things to implement, but I think the daily runs, the leaderboards and so on. Ah, get you. Allergy meds and so on. Yeah, now that I look at it. Having the reference to the map resources like hogging everything. But why is that? Don't ask me. Let me check it out. Level changer, map resource. That's only on the interact, but we don't do anything with it anyway in the scene itself. So it kinda doesn't make sense why this would be hogging it so much down. What's my goal? To finish the daily run. You know, there's like... I've been adding like leaderboards and so on for the game. That you can kind of compete on the daily runs and so on, you know. So you have like easy leaderboard, daily, all time, for each day separate. This one was on 22nd, on 21st, and then you see how people compete, what's their score gonna be, and so on. And I think that's gonna add like a lot to replayability to the game. That's the final big feature besides the achievements that we have to add. And then we're, in a couple of last days, we're squashing more bugs. And then post-release, we're adding new content. Like, pretty soon. We release and then in 2-3 days I want to add a new patch up. That's gonna be content patch, not like only bug fixes. Bug fixes will definitely have to come sooner in, I see. I mean, probably. Was this? This is kind of hogging the whole editor. I still can't believe it. Yeah. I think that's the one thing that I know how to implement, but it takes time to read through it, and this is where, like, you know, delegating it to LLM, to AI, proved to be very good and efficient, I'd say. Because I have all the structure in place, you know, for models and everything else. I just have to wire it up correctly, and if I specify the correct functions, and if I slam like documentation to it, yeah, it did that. But this is giving me worries, because having this referenced here is kind of pain in the ass, and I don't know what's going on behind here. I don't see anything like moving. It's just like it's freezing. Did you code something? Play something as well. Still writing saving scene. This can't go on. This can't go on. I must inform the Lord. But I have like the map resource also set on the Deidre, first Deidre here. So why the hell? I think we're gonna bypass this shit by, instead of slapping map resource in here, we're gonna have like map ID. I wonder how big this map resource is in the file system. Guess I'm gonna have to kill that thing again. Yo, no, not this one. The reflexes of the old OS. Kill, kill, kill. Putting it down. Rebooting it up. Lens of Fury. And the map resource, where is it referenced? Level changer container. Okay. What I can do is work with this on load time. One piccolo momento. Lens of Fury, go to project. I think we have resources and maps. Maps. Elder Glade. Well, this is only 4.4 kilobytes. Why the hell is it so long? Okay, if I'm here, target position is, what was it? This one, and here I had like level changer. Come on. The target position on the map was 4 and 11. That's okay. Daily run level changer. Paste 4 and 11. Okay. Then I wanted to have like fog statue to reference daily run. Level changer. And I'm gonna hit play. Now for some reason this save worked correctly and faster. Weird stuff. So the thing that I'm testing, okay, these are the leaderboards. This is like the test script that starts this up immediately. If we go here, start daily run, what's gonna happen? Emit signal is not a callable method. What? Why you say that? Using global. Snap brain challenge sign. No. This one. Ah. EC. How the hell is emit signal not a... Aha, because I have to prefix it with global, but see, this is the inconsistency, because sometimes I have to prefix it even though I have using global on the top. Like, why? Why you no work like you should? Okay. And we're gonna be doing all the other stuff here, like open leaderboard. Okay, like this. Open stats. And now if we retry it, I kind of have a hope that this will work now. Emit signal is not a callable method on node. Are you kidding me? I just saved you. Dialog. Global EC emit signal. If I take a look at Gotar, he's emitting signal constantly, like... And I have declared using global. It's the same using. Huh. EC is basically getting the event controller, I know that. Global EC. Come on. These are the shorts that I have for the thing here. So I'm returning the events controller and emit signal. It exists basically on all of these nodes. Why are you problematic? What did it say? Emit signal is not a callable method on node. How not? If I have it already here, and this was emitting. What, only emit? One second. Huh. C sharp. You already solved it correctly with this. You don't say. ECEPOI. What did I? What's the EPEOI? What did I do here? Epoi. Event controller. Epoi. Yo. Did I do that? Of course. Old nincompoop, huh? Instead of writing that, I was writing this. But EPEOI does what? It already uses the correct bus, that's okay. Then I just have to slap in this one and this one. Yo. Old troubles, guys, old troubles. Old Philip smart. New Philip forget. How? No. This one. Okay. No, why did I nuke that one? There we go. This one goes away, goes away. And another one goes away. Save it. Now this should kind of work. So what we're expecting is when we go here and we press start daily run, we should be having a transfer that's going to assign a specific seed for the whole run. And it kind of should make the same, generate the same level for everybody, if it makes sense. Because it's taking like UTC time for the daily run. Now let's see how it spectacularly fails. It didn't. It's loading. I want to see what seed it's going to use. Seed. Come on, seed. It didn't debug the seed. Anyway, look at this layout. So there's like a bandit here in the beginning, somewhere near us. If we restart it and start again, the layout should be same. If not, we have something wrong. One, two, three, four. Well, something broke. Unsubscribe from events error. Cutscene controller, why is that? Wait up, wait up, wait up. Full controller, okay, now this is... Index was out of range, okay. I hear something. But this level generator... 2901. One second. second. If I fully restart the game, it should be the same. Yup, the level is the same. Same layout, and we could kind of expect that there has to be archers somewhere nearby. Yeah, that's a camp. Let's see if the same item appears. So that's a bunny ring in the first one. If we start again, I think I'm using the correct RNGs for the items themselves and so on. And then we're gonna try to die and see if the score gets submitted or not. What's gonna happen? So we had a bunny ring. Okay. No, axe. That's a big difference, huge difference. And if I start again, we have a problem. At least on the restart we had a problem that it didn't start it correctly. Yeah. Houston, we got a problem. Chest. Huh. Because I dynamically generate the loot context. That's why, huh? Wait a second. When I interact, I open the chest, and the open chest I call reveal chest item. Rule guaranteed. Now, which freaking RNG do you use? Bucket next. Hello. Because here the RNG should be passed in somewhere. Run RNG. Okay, this is being placed here. Okay, run RNG. And it's being set by the current run loot RNG. Okay, this one is good. Now, guaranteed one should pass the run RNG in here. Otherwise, we have a problem. So basically, depending on which chest you open up the first, that's also how it works. Because this increments each time you use it. But roll loot also run RNG. This has to be incremented. Run RNG. That's why I added that override. Otherwise we are effed. Okay. Now the other problem that appeared is like unsubscribe from events. What's wrong with this one? Object reference not set to an instance of an object. Cutscene control 664. Cutscene controller 64. We go forward. Global. Why you know? Global exists still here. But you subscribe on ready only. That's okay. You shouldn't be complaining. I hated error too. Tell me about it, buddy. Dialogue controller 89. Well, what's going on here? Dialogue controller 89. Hello. On dialogue ended. Yo, that gets cold after we start loading and stuff like that. Huh. Bypassing this thing could be easy. What if I async it a little bit here? Because why the hell not? This is hacking. Process frame somewhere. How do I ovate it? I do it somewhere here. Basically what I do is that the dialogue kind of ends in time and then I start closing it and interacting with everything. Otherwise I have issues, I believe. Just know what the F I'm doing. Otherwise, what are you allergic to, dude? Some kind of... you guys are gonna laugh. Flower dust or something? Poland, right? Okay, I'm gonna cut the leaderboards off in the beginning so that they're not gonna complain. 243, I think we have less errors now. The layout is the same, so that's cool. That SOB is coming to meet his doom, and I want to see what kind of item is there in the chest. Oh, bladed boomerang. Yo, looky, we got the bladed boomerangy. Masracre. Sacre bleu. It'll be weeds in a few months. Oh. It's trees and grass. Shit, dude, that's harsh. So we saw that there's like a bladed boomerang in there. This dude is coming here. String. Stick. Nope. Horned helmet. Okay, now we're kind of getting the... Okay, if the bladed boomerang was the first time, I wonder if we do the first restart of the game. If it's gonna be. Because currently it definitely isn't. Let's quit the desktop and start again. And we're expecting bladed boomerang, because I have a feeling that like the weighted list is working diminishing and it... in the daily run, this ain't that good. Bladed boomerang. It's okay because this demo gives us hope. Thanks. Yep, and the bladed boomerang is in here now. So if you do a fresh restart of the game, you freshly get only the bladed boomerang in here. Now I want to die and submit the score and see what's gonna go on. Look at this. 23, then we're gonna compare if the levels are gonna be the same, you know. Once I'm gonna put the build on. The level layouts. If you're gonna have time and will. Diggity 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 diggity. Yo, bunny wabbits! I can't get you. Yeah. Okay. I think I know the reason for this bad thing happening. Ooh, my nose is getting itchy. Here in Slovenia we say that if you have an itchy nose, you're gonna be angry. I don't know if that's for all the world the same condition or saying. Lens of Fury. Loot. Default round loot profile. I got a feeling that this is the place for my trouble. Round loot profile resource. Let me see you. Hello. I don't call next here anywhere, but loot resolver. How can you resolve from loot table? You complete RNG, huh? Ta-da. Oh, that's from the local loot table, huh? But still, wait up, wait up, wait up, wait up. This is a static class and I want to pass in like the RNG that we have. Resolve item ID. This is being called by the rule loot drop component. Okay. One second. If I have run resource, here I have all the RNGs set. I set the loot one here, and the init RNG is being set here on the here itself. But if I go here, I make it randomly a different one. That's okay. So I don't have to worry about that one. But with the spawn dropped item, this is coming from the loot table. As soon as I'm resolving it, I should have a loot resolver. And the thing that we're gonna put in is gonna be last element. What is it called? Random. Why you don't have my class reference anywhere? Come on. Class Godot. Let's using Godot. Why you complain? RNG. By default we say no. That's okay. Let's kind of keep it OCD-ish. And then RNG should be passed in here as well, because the validate item itself, where do I use next? Okay, so I'm using resolve from loot table next here. Yo. Okay. Any other thing calling next? No, but direct. This one is coming from where? Item ID, validate item ID is null, blah 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 blah. All good. Don't care about this one. But loot context, this one could be interesting. What do I do here? Of course, roll loot guaranteed. And now I pass in. And the next already the correct one, right? Run enter RNG. I think I do. I think I do. Because I'm initting everything for the run. But the rarity pickers and everything are created. Yep, here, so that's kind of okay. Whew. Okay, as we start, if we didn't break anything, we should still kind of get the run RNG based items. At least bladed boomerang for now. At least level works always. It's being generated in the same layout. That's good, that's a positive thing. Now I even wonder if... Yeah, bladed. Good. Bladed good the first time. What about the second time? We got nails in here. Let's restart it. And that thing wasn't submitted, I believe. Okay, the submission has to still happen. So the nails were up there. 2 empty boxes. No, now we get the book. But okay, the nails are here. Sucker the blue. Book of attack speed. What am I gonna do with the book? Pickleball. Okay. He's selling pickleball. Ring of energy. Well, his loot is the same. Hello. So he's not affected by that. Then there has to be chest specific problem. Chests and breakables. Oh, they've been slaying the poor bunny rabbits. What about the prizes? Three of them. It appeared. Where does it appear? Somewhere here. That's a rhyme. Almost a crime. Okay. Like really, really bad loot. Do those things. I want to see if the maw cutting works still. Nope. This one like freaking completely lost its way. It's not counting it anymore. Trouble. Okay, restarting. So we had like a void mask and 2 shooters. Let's check it out. And this isn't the same anymore. Huh? Okay, now it's the same one. I went to the other room or something. It is bladed. Picobo at Snippy. Yup, the same. Position of 3 pressure plates. Are you playing them maybe? Or why the question? Something lagging? These are the same. That's good. But the minigame is different. Aha, okay. You know, we're gonna take a look. Just a second. We're gonna take a look. I can't tell you like in the width and everything how big it is because it's only generated, not like in a perfect square or rectangle. Come on. Here we go. 2 blades. I mean boomerangs. One second. Restart again. Here we go. Cavernous depths. It has 5,000 walkable tile counts. Okay, so that's 5,000 in total tiles, positions. While the other ones have, I think that Forest has 1,000 something. Maybe not even that. Elderglade Forest has 1,000. And then the Frozen Peaks, they have 500, something like that. Frozen Peaks, 250, yeah. Basically, you have to chunk it. You don't want to display all of the tiles at the same time or process over them as well, you know. And you don't want the simulation to be running on every single tile all the time. So how the games usually handle this is either they only use data calculations that they handle. This is wrong. That they handle these calculations, or you only load the chunk where the player is currently in, and besides that also a couple of neighboring chunks. And that's what we're doing. I'm simulating like maximum 9 screens of of size like this. Everything else, if we're going off, is not being simulated. Make sense? Let me just check out the chest. What does it do? Challenge room, threat 1. Too deep, 5, 6. Hello. How's it going? Hi. Currently working on this thingy here. Also, trying to implement the daily runs for the game. You know, last second. Leaderboard. No, this is Godot engine. Not making anything custom. I mean, writing C#. That's it. Yeah, sound familiar. Level of detail definitely for AI itself also. You don't take its decision making when it's very far away from you, like every single second, but you dynamically update it in terms of, okay, if it's like 20 tiles away, I'm gonna make his decision work every 2 seconds, etc. Yeah, it's very popular. And it's good, I have to say. Before that, Spatial partition. Yeah. Before that, I used Unity, which was also good, but before the Unity apocalypse happened, I already migrated because the philosophy. Okay, now this thing, loot context. Dynamically generate loot context, I do that. Then how the logic goes in here? Where does the RNG get messed up? Something is not going right. We have dynamically generate loot context. And here I have generate loot context for the source. It's not using RNG anywhere. What is this? Also not RNG being used anywhere. So this isn't incrementing or changing anything like that. This is okay. But what happens? We have it on ready, then we do interact. And when we interact with the thing, is we open the chest. We set the sprites, do all the bull crap we have to do. We reveal the chest item. This is where the loot juggling comes into place. So, item drop source, loot context. I have it here. I do it. And I pass in rule loot guaranteed. Minimum rarity and everything is empty here. But build guaranteed weight tables. This should be taking the round RNG in account. 1 minute. Bucket, result, rarity, weight. Okay, this still isn't like messing with the RNG yet. We create a new dictionary and then we try to add the new weights in the new loot table that we're creating. Rarity type, nothing, okay. Okay, so this one definitely not. Then we Roll loot with this current context. This is what's happening. Currently, I believe. Okay. And we're passing in the loot context. Get or create build table. We pass in the run RNG. This is okay. But this get or create also doesn't make any difference. No source of RNG being like used or tweaked here. We have a rarity picker. We pass in the RNG, that's also okay. Weighted list resource, also passing it in. Run RNG. Huh. Where do I call init? Loot controller. Yes, I init it with run RNG. It makes sense. Spawn entity item resource. Okay, this one isn't that needed. But I'm still passing it unit RNG. And the other things. That's with spawn entity, spawn particles, also unit RNG. Okay. Not a problem. These aren't like global rule tables, they are just for the units themselves. So this is only being used in the tandem with... What about this one? Aha, if it's null. Okay, I don't care about that one. Loot controller also this. Then, if we take a look at the next. Hello. Why are you empty? Because the RNG can be null, but what if I init you here? Why no init with RNG? Hello. Bad one. See, because if weighted list equals to null, diminishing weighted list equals to null, I create a new one. And that one then has the completely randomly generated thing. I think this was one of the problems. I have a feeling about it. Okay, let's try it again. But this time we're trying through Visual Studio Code because I want to see what's gonna happen in the error itself. In the game over screen. What's going on here? Okay, we go to game over. This. Want to see if the daily run gets submitted and so on. Otherwise, 2D-pie. 2D-pie. It's like PewDiePie. You dude also coding stuff? If you're still here, buddy. So we're expecting kind of the bladed boomerang and possibly 23 is dancing. Love it. Trigger daily run is true. We go on. Oh, that's nice. 2D specifically. That's cool. Let's get them out. Okay. of course, the underlying logic changed, so maybe we're gonna have like arrow spin rune constantly, and I believe that Mr. Snip's gonna have issues with it also. No, he has the same logic. I'll be damned. He's gonna get the beating of his lifetime. Did the position of these things change? No. Oh yes, I have a feeling that this wasn't generated in this way before. Pit appeared. Here it is. Yeah, this dude is still having like the same items. That's okay. To the engine. That sounds like really fun. Okay. Now arrow spin rune. Hello. Darkness, my old friend. You're giving me different items, aren't you? Son of a. Son of a, son of a, son of a, son of a. No, but he is like Spritzer. His orangey is okay. This is messed up. These are the same. Restart. Okay, I'm gonna get myself killed. Ring. At least the challenge rooms are okay and the generation is back-ish. Okay. We did something. Time to perish. Hello there, brother. What have you got there? Nothing. Nothing. Is Bones still here? Is daily run equals to true? Okay, we're submitting some stuff. Submit score to leaderboards. No, I'm not saving this anywhere, am I? Fetch data rank, okay. I'm gonna see that one. One. Did something happen? Something bad happened. We didn't get any response. Huh. I wonder why. Aha, leaderboard submit, okay. That happened. Then it goes forward. Daily rank, fetch daily rank 1. Because I am the first one, but by the time this appears and everything... Ha! So I could have implemented a 3D engine though. Yeah. Additional access. That's cool. I mean, finish it. One does not finish. Ever. One just stops playing with it. Or stops developing it, right? It's same for the art projects, they say. Art is never finished. Yo, sun armor. I'd like that. So daily run, we hit the wait, we hit play. Okay, I hit play, total score 38. Well, this didn't get added. Why are not being added? Animate rewards. Something has to break underneath here. Because this is not paused. If I only click restart. Huh. Do I have this thing paused or I don't? 1 second. Hot controller. Game over menu. Process. Always. I have it on process always, then why the hell is... What if the misses from the Steam controller? Yeah. I wonder if this was messing with it. And also with Steamworks that I have. Steamworks. Here you go. Always. Now I wonder if this is going to be bitchy. I know that, 23. I know that. And I'm not touching that. Because there's an underlying thing going on with the cutscene and dialogues and everything that... If I touch it... I'm gonna go bald. Okay, these guys appear the same. Starfall, how did you get here? Okay, I got killed. Submit score to leaderboard, okay. It's working now normally, I'd say. Daily run rank, here we go. Number 1. See, I made it unpausable. First one ever in the game. Yo. And if you're gonna go and there's gonna be like more of the guys playing, you're gonna see. Why you no work now? I had friends probably. Normal, easy. Daily. Normal. Who's the number 1? Okay. I think that one problem is down now. The bigger one remains is that we want to kind of simulate. They can just perish then. Screenshot whilst you can... Everyone is going to try to beat that. Ah. Exactly. You know what? I'm gonna be glad if I'm gonna see people above me, because you know there's like this when the man goes Mad King mode and presses delete. Oh. Yeah, yeah, yeah. One above all. You can't hack it. Okay, that worked. I'm happy about it, but I'm still not happy about the other things. You know what? This is going to be helpful if I'm gonna give it to scan the whole thing regarding the loot. A problem that for the daily rounds, the loot and the chests. I'm gonna try to ask it if he sees an obvious leak loot controller could be. It. The next thing, the loot resolver, but I think we solved that one. Second one, run resource and level changer, because here we're duplicating stuff. Besides the level changer, weighted list. This, and I think start run, something like that. Oh, come the hell on. Level changer, trigger run start. Okay, this happens here. Run started, it's being committed. Okay, init for run, what do I do here? Default run, loot profile, I get this one here. Yo! Do I duplicate it? I don't fucking duplicate it. This could be it. Duplicate, true. No, this is profile. Yeah. I think this is it. This could be it. This is like polluting the whole scope of the thing. Uno piccolo secondi. Let's play it. Now, if we're gonna restart, I think that we should see more things lay out similarly. Anyway, peeps, thanks for staying here with me. Means a lot. And there's times of darkness with extreme heat outside. Oh. Start daily run. See, we always get the same layout, at least I think. Yeah, 23. Agree. 4 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. First one, nail. Second one, yo, Book of Spell Power. I have to make it rarer. This would like appear in 1 in 1000 or something. Max leveled up. Club. Okay. Let's see if it still works. Okay, different inventory because of that change. Makes sense. I'm gonna print screen. So there's like turtle, red cape and so on. The position of these things is here. It's a bit different than the last time. But it's still staying the same, so that's okay. Okay, they got me. Daily run rank 1. That's okay. Score 70. Let's restart. No, the population of the chests, I mean... Yo, I died. Come on. The chest spawns aren't the same. So that's for sure. That has to be tweaked as well. Iron mask. Was there an iron mask here before? No, right? I think it wasn't. And this dude... Huh! I think we had this like a couple of runs earlier. This layout. Definitely it is iffy. The layout is similar. At least the walls are the same always. And looky, we got this same bladed boomerang like we had a couple of other runs before. Now this is staying the same. Anyway. Asking it now. Where do I have the leak? I can see 2 distinct RNG leaks causing non-deterministic daily run loot. Yo. Weighted list resource. This one has issue. Here on the init. Yo. This, okay. Random for weighted list. what if any constant? Okay. I wonder why it's set random 42, probably Google stuff. All RNG share the same seed. Unsubscribe issue. Yo. Init is consuming rolls from loot RNG at build table time. Okay. Trying it now. Still the same layout. No boxes at all. What the hell? Okay. Pickaxe. You gotta be kidding me. The dude is gone. Now this is different. So there was a pickaxe the first run. That's okay. I want the pickaxe again. I don't see any things here. Pickaxe, good. Now he had magic book or something like that. Or if they're gonna leave the poor thing alone. But no, his inventory is different now, I guess. Or I was looking at something else. Okay, last one and then we go up, right? Here. This is the same. So that's good. Okay, again, I want to see pickaxe and I want to see not only the pickaxe, but longbow at Snip's inventory. Pickaxe, good. And this is deterministic. And longbow in the upper right corner. Here, yeah? Yeah, I think this is the same. And this one here. That's the same, guys. I think we fixed it. I think we did it. Little victory. I have to just wire it up like as soon as possible, that people can compare the high scores and that you guys can test it out. That's an important one. I wonder if this one is going to always spawn now the stick, wooden stick. I have a feeling that we still have a long way to go to make this like super deterministic, but it's a progress, guys, and this progress is very important. So, upper bandit camp, we're expecting... Now this is different. This is completely different, something went wrong. Huh. Now this is the same run that I've kind of expected. Pickaxe. Nope. Motherfuck. Ah. Anyway, I'm gonna have to wrap the stream. Gonna work a bit offline, but have some family time as well. So I think we can raid Tsukisoft. There we go.